Hello everyone. Welcome to online session of History Standard 8. Today we are going to learn chapter number 7, Non-Cooperation Movement. Students, in our previous session we have studied about the beginning of the freedom movement. We have studied about the role of the moderates and extremist leaders of Indian National Congress. Various movements like anti-partition movement, 4-point program of Indian National Congress and Home Rule movement were carried to suppress the British rule from India. As it was the atmosphere of war in Europe, it was necessary for British to get cooperation from the Indians. Therefore, British Parliament passed Montagu-Chelmsford Reform Act in 1919. According to this act, less important departments were transferred to the Indian ministers, whereas the important departments like finance, home affairs and revenue were under the control of governor. Indians were disappointed due to this act. Lokmanya Tilak criticized the act in the following words. He said, "This is neither Swaraj nor its foundation." The Indians understood that if they have to subdue the British government, then the agitation needs to be more rigorous. India got prepared for a new movement, and that is non-cooperation movement, which we are going to study in this session. Lokmanya Tilak died on 1st August 1920. After the death of Lokmanya Tilak, the reins of national movement went into the hands of Mahatma Gandhi. In the Indian national movement, the period from 1920 to 1947 is known as Gandhian era. Because after the death of Lokmanya Tilak in 1920, the reins of national movement went into the hands of Mahatma Gandhi. He gave a new direction to the freedom movement with the principles of truth, non-violence and satyagraha. Now, let us learn the role of Mahatma Gandhi in South Africa. South Africa was a colony of the British. Many Indians had settled there for business, trade and such other work. The Indians in South Africa were treated as criminals and humiliated at all times. In 1906, the British government in South Africa made it compulsory for the blacks to carry their identity cards, and their freedom was restricted as well. Gandhiji noticed the injustice among the people of South Africa and Indians, and he followed the path of satyagraha against the injustice and gained justice for the people. On 9th January 1915, Mahatma Gandhi returned back to India from South Africa. Gopal Krishna Gokhale suggested him to have a tour of entire nation. He became sad looking at the poverty of the people. Students, we have studied in our previous chapter. The condition of the peasants and artisans was very poor. They were forced to pay tax, and farmers were forced to produce cash crops instead of food grains, which resulted into poverty. After observing the condition of the people in India, Mahatma Gandhi promised himself that he will work for the service of the nation. He stayed at the Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad. He followed a new technique of satyagraha to gain justice for common people. Students, what does satyagraha means? Satyagraha means insistence of truth, means holding on to truth. The main objective of satyagraha is to make an unjust person aware of truth and justice, and also bring transformation in his views, to change his views. A person following Satyagraha should never use violence and untruth means, was the teachings of Gandhiji. Gandhiji's path of Satyagraha made an impact on Martin Luther King, who was struggling for the rights of the blacks in America, as well as on Nelson Mandela in South Africa. In Bihar, the farmers of Champaran region were forced to produce indigo. Indigo is a dye produced from the indigo plant, which has a dark blue color. It had large demand in Europe. Britishers forced the peasants of Champaran to cultivate indigo, and also the cultivators suffered economically because they received fixed amount from the planters. Gandhiji went to Champaran in 1917. He organized the farmers in Champaran and launched agitation by following the way of Satyagraha. Gandhiji's first war of independence in India became successful and the farmers were given justice. Due to constant famines in Kheda district in Gujarat, the crop had failed, but still land tax was forcibly collected by the British government. Gandhiji suggested that the farmers should refuse to pay the tax. The farmers began the movement for scrapping of tax at Kheda in 1918. Students, scrapping means to get rid of, and Mahatma Gandhi accepted the leadership of this movement. Within a short period of time, the government suspended the tax. In this way, by following the way of Satyagraha, Gandhiji supported to the people of Champaran region in Bihar and Kheda district in Gujarat. During the First World War, there was great inflation. Inflation means rise in the prices of commodities. Because there was rise in the price of commodities, mill workers demanded for the rise in their salaries. But the mill owners rejected their demand. Mahatma Gandhi suggested the workers to go on hunger strike. Finally, the mill owners had to back off and the salary of the workers was increased. To suppress the growing discontent in India, a committee was set up under Sir Sidney Rowlatt. According to the recommendation of a committee, a new law was passed. This act gave the right to the government to arrest anybody without any warrant or imprison without any trial. This act was passed without considering the opposition of Indian members in Central Legislative Assembly on 17 March 1919. Arresting anybody without any warrant or without any trial was against the law. It was illegal according to the Indians. The Indians called this act as Black Act. Mahatma Gandhi launched a satyagraha against it. On 6th April 1919, he appealed to the Indians to follow Hartal all over India against the Rowlatt Act. Indians responded to this appeal on a large scale. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. The movement that arose against the Rowlatt Act took over a fierce form in the province of Punjab. Amritsar became the main center of this movement. The British government had started the spate of suppression. Mahatma Gandhi was prohibited to enter the province of Punjab. General Dyer issued orders of ban on public meetings in Amritsar. Important leaders like Dr. Satyapal and Dr. Kichalu were arrested for their involvement in Amritsar Hartal case. As a protest against this, on 13th April 1919, on a Baisakhi day, the people of Amritsar assembled at a place named Jallianwala Bagh. General Dyer arrived with armed force. The place was enclosed from all sides and had only one small gate. General Dyer positioned his army and closed down the only gate. Without giving any prior notification to the disarmed innocent people, he ordered his soldiers to fire on these innocent people. 1,660 rounds had been fired. The army continued firing until their bullets were over. In this massacre, about 400 innocent people, including men and women, were killed. Many people were wounded. After firing, curfew was announced, and hence immediate treatment to the injured could not be made available. In entire Punjab, military law was enforced and many were sent to jail by the government. General Michael O'Dwyer, governor of Punjab, was responsible for this massacre. People all over India started protesting against this act. As a protest against this Jallianwala Bagh massacre, Rabindranath Tagore gave away the title of Sir, which was bestowed on him by the British government. Indians demanded for the inquiry of this massacre, and hence the British government appointed the Hunter Commission. Muslims all over the world regarded the ruler of Turkey as their religious leader. During the First World War, Turkey fought against the British. To get the support of Indian Muslims in the war, the British had promised that after the end of war, Khalifa's empire will not be harmed. But after the end of First World War, England did not stick to its assurance. England did not stick to its promise. Then a great discontent arose among the Muslims. The movement started by Indian Muslims to support the Khalifa was called Khilafat movement. Mahatma Gandhi supported the Khilafat movement. The Khilafat committee accepted Gandhiji's proposal of following non-cooperation to the government. Hindu-Muslim unity was seen specially during this period. According to Mahatma Gandhi, if the Hindus and Muslims come together and start a national movement, then the government can surely be brought to its senses.